Hello, St. Rose. Thank you very much for tuning in to another special episode of St. Rose Rocks, music for the Golden Knights by the Golden Knights. Today we honor a Golden Knight we tragically lost recently. On July 6th of this year, we lost music industry student Kyle Robinson in an automobile accident. In his honor, we'd like to dedicate this episode to music and memories in celebration of Kyle. Kyle Robinson was a musician, a mentor, a friend, a brother, a son, and so much more. He was born in Plymouth, Massachusetts, and spent his life giving back and spreading the love of his passions. From a cappella to Boy Scouts to summer camps, Kyle's presence as a leader and friend was always felt. In his free time, he enjoyed making all sorts of music, playing Dungeons and Dragons, watching obscure movies, and making time to help others. As we all take time to reflect on Kyle and his legacy, that last little bit, helping others, seems most apparent. Everyone who knew Kyle seems to have a story in which he devoted some bit of himself to help that person grow. Kyle's memory will live on forever, with the hope that we can learn from him and help each other grow as well. The first song that we're going to show you all today comes from one of his many bands, Pacer Test. This song was provided by dear friend and bandmate Aiden Sloppy. Aiden asked me to read this little passage on his behalf. He was just one of those guys whose contagious laughter made every situation feel alright. It was impossible to be worried when you were with him. Every task was met with a smile and an extra sense of, oh well, what's the worst that can happen? While working on music with him, I immediately picked up on his perfectionist/procrastinate mentality. Think, work under pressure to the 10th degree. He loved knocking out projects in one sitting, analyzing and critiquing what he had done, and making something truly special, all in a crunch time, mind you. The best studio partner anyone could ask for, basically. He taught me so much about the importance of comfort, laughter, and prioritizing fun above all else. His energy shines through in his music just as it did when you were around him. Everyone knew Kyle, the bearded, outgoing, pitch-perfect friend to everyone. That's truly who he was. The only word I can come to find is honored. It was an honor to share so much time from my college years with such a great dude. I'm so proud of what he has done and what he is still going to achieve, although maybe we didn't quite envision it this way. I miss him every day. I hope we can all find comfort in his music, much of which is still unreleased at this time. We all love you, dude. To my brother. Thank you, Aiden. With that, let's rock out with Kyle just like he would want us to. This is Space Cowboy by Pacer Test.
Sleepless nights, they last for days. The endless hours tick away. The ghost of the past always draws near, drowns an ocean of my fears. It slips away with every blink, every moment disappears. It seems tomorrow's already here. How do I stop it? Stop the limit of humanity. Had a headache ever since John F. Kennedy. I feel the writing on those walls, they talk to me. When will time stop so that I can breathe? Now I float here in the void. Watch the man with his new toys. They flatten mountains and blind you in the dark. They strangle you just like the hands on the clock. You move in slow motion, the world stands still. Think that nothing can catch you, but the hell I will. All in an instant turns from crimson to black. No one knows what happens after that. But time keeps moving, no one ever looks back. You're just a statistic, the world is sadistic. The seconds keep coming and that
This episode would not be possible without the cooperation of professors, colleagues, friends, and family of Kyle and the Robinson family. All of what you have seen and will continue to see were submitted by people who love Kyle very much and allowed us to share some of their memories with you all, whether that be through pictures or video. So, on behalf of the College of St. Rose Rocks, and the Robinson family, thank you to everyone who participated in this video one way or another. In the next part of this program, we wish to share with you guys some testimonials from professors and friends from the College of St. Rose. We thank those who took the time and energy to create these videos. We know that this could not have been easy. In putting this episode together, I spoke to many friends who wanted to say something but could not find the words at this time. And there's nothing wrong with that. I want to remind people out there, whether you're dealing with Kyle's passing or dealing with your own individual challenges, grieving and healing know no timeline. Do what you need in order to process your feelings.
Hi, my name is Matthew Fankin. I'm an instructor at the College of St. Rose in Albany. I wanted to say a few words about Kyle Robinson. The first thing that comes to mind is the man's beard game was strong. It was off the charts. I wouldn't describe myself as a beard stalker, but I was impressed and I'm not gonna lie, a little bit jealous. The second thing that comes to mind is just Kyle's extraordinary ability as a performer. I had him in several ensembles, including Steely Dan ensemble, a Queen ensemble, and then in last semester I had him in a classic rock ensemble. And I would even go as far as to say, in a lot of ways, Kyle has changed me as a human being. One thing that he impressed upon me was, I've never been a fan of the melodica, but he took a melodica solo on the end of The Who's Baba O'Reilly. He learned the solo note for note and played it on the melodica, which was both simultaneously hilarious and just showed an incredible depth of musicianship and his ability to express. Having had him in not only multiple ensembles, but seen him perform in different groups, it's just, it's hard to put into words what an extraordinarily captivating performer Kyle was. He could be the center of attention, and oftentimes just his performance would command that. And at the same time, that wasn't a motivating factor for him to be the center of attention, that's a really incredible, that's just an incredible ability that it's just who he was. And the final thing I'll say is, in the last few weeks I've read many remembrances by his friends and family members, and never, and I mean never, have I ever seen one person described by so many as their best friend. And you don't really have to say much more than that. There were so many facets to him as a human being, and he truly was a beautiful soul. I was very fortunate to have him in my ensembles, and I will always think of him fondly.
My name is Andrew McKenna Lee, and I am a professor at the College of St. Rose in the music industry program, of which Kyle was a part. When talking about Kyle, it's pretty easy to slip into testimonials about his uncanny musical abilities or his academic gifts as a student. But believe it or not, there are some things in life that are more important than music, such as one's humanity. Kyle was no underachiever in this area either. He was kind, thoughtful, and sensitive, and possessed a razor-sharp wit and intelligence that belied his outgoing and friendly personality. His casual and quick with a laugh demeanor lived in harmony with his seriousness and passion for life and music. I cannot say that I really was all that close to him as a friend, but I know that he's the kind of person that I would have wanted to be friends with if I were 25 years younger and in college, without a doubt. He is immensely missed by our community here and will remain so for the foreseeable future. I send my love to his family and all of his friends in this time, and hope that we can continue to honor and serve Kyle's memory.
Kyle was an absolute joy to have in classes and as a part of our St. Rose family. He always gave 110%. He was always willing to experiment with his voice and his music in new ways. He was a terrific collaborator, and he was so much fun to watch on stage. I know we all miss him very much. I also know that he will never really be gone because he is someone that none of us could ever forget. I'm sending so much love, peace, and happy memories to the many, many people Kyle continues to touch with his life.
Every time it rains pennies from heaven. Don't you know each cloud contains pennies from heaven? You'll find your fortune falling all over town. Be sure that your umbrella is upside down. Trade it for a package of sunshine and flowers. If you want the things you love, you must have showers. And if you hear thunder, don't crawl under a tree. There'll be pennies from heaven for you and me. Kyle always brought so much joy to every one of us, and he really had a knack for finding music and creating music that brought that joy. No jazz tribute would be complete without a little bit of scatting for Kyle, so I thought I would give back to him what he gave to me in spades. Trade them for a package of sunshine and flowers. If you want the things you love, you must have showers. And if you hear thunder, don't crawl under a tree. There'll be pennies from heaven for you and me.
Hi, I'm Tom Gunther. I was Kyle's voice teacher for the last 3 years, and this is a song that we worked on together. I hope you enjoy. Pennies in a stream, falling leaves the sycamore, moonlight in Vermont, icy finger waves, ski trails on a mountainside, snowlight in Vermont, telegraph cables, they sing down the highway and travel each bend in the road. People who meet in this romantic setting are so hypnotized by the lovely evening summer breeze. bend in the road. People who meet in this romantic setting are so hypnotized by the lovely evening summer breeze, warbling of a meadowlark, moonlight in Vermont, you and me and moonlight in Vermont. I miss you.
Kyle and I were by no means close. In fact, it's hard for me to be close friends with much of anyone. But despite this, Kyle went out of his way to make me feel welcome and to teach me what he knew. It's never been any secret to anyone that figuring out I wanted to be involved in contemporary music later on in my collegiate career set me back behind my peers a bit. Kyle was always there ready to remind me I was just as capable and would help wherever he could. I needed a drummer for piano proficiency, and Kyle's response was just, "I'm not a great drummer, but sure." That's why later on, when I needed a drummer again, Kyle was the first one I asked, and he performed with me on this rendition of The Tale of Sweeney Todd in Convocation. He was always helpful, ready, and willing to welcome or help anyone, even when he didn't have the time to. Like I said, Kyle and I weren't close, but I will miss him. Jazzy Gold.
Kyle Robinson truly was a beacon of light, a source of happiness, humor, and anything you needed at the time. He was there for anyone, including myself, and I will miss his humor, his smile, just everything about him, his music, but luckily I have memories that will last forever, and I am grateful for the impact he's made on my life and the impact he has made on everyone around him.
Not only was Kyle just incredibly talented and so incredibly smart, he was truly everybody's best friend, and he was what teaches me how to be a friend to other people too. I think that's what I stay with right now, and I hope people feel that same way. I think it's very easy to feel that same way.
The day I met Kyle was probably the best day of my life. I remember everyone being freshmen in the lounge, and the first game that we played was Cards Against Humanity. And me and him went back and forth for like a solid 4 rounds. Like I would go and then he would go, and then I would go and then he would go, because we just like had this similar sense of humor, which was amazing. And I'm pretty sure everyone in the world understands and loves his sense of humor. He was there for you no matter what, and especially with music, no matter what it was, no matter who it was, no matter if he liked your music or he didn't like your music, he would always be there for you, because it would be a challenge for him, and it was amazing.
I feel like I just heard a slap, like the when I said that. So I feel like he's always with me in a spiritual kind of sense. I've been listening to his version of Yellow lately. I've been singing with it, and although it kind of breaks me, it feels good to sing with him in that regard. Try through. So he's always in my mind constantly. There are nights I can't sleep really, because it's just like pictures of, there are millions of photos of him, so it's just like, it's crazy, but we're all going through it and we're all here, and we ought to keep going. We all got to keep going. That's the idea. Keep going.
One of the ways that we're honoring Kyle and keeping his spirit alive is creating the Kyle Robinson Memorial Foundation. There's a couple of us involved in trying to get this going, and what we're going to do is provide scholarships to people who embodied Kyle's characteristics and his passions and things like that. So please stay tuned for that, and we will give you more updates with that. So yeah, Kyle just keeps giving.
How lucky I am to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard. I saw someone post that Winnie the Pooh quote on Facebook in regard to Kyle, and how very true that is. After reading many posts dedicated to Kyle, something that seemed unanimous was the feeling that Kyle was truly amongst the best of us. In many situations, he was the glue that held things together. Kyle was one of those people you would fall in love with. He was dedicated, hardworking, funny, charismatic, and loving. One of his best qualities was his loyalty. He was known to keep all of his promises, and he gave so much of himself to everyone. Many people can attest that if you needed him or simply asked him to do something with you, he would be there for you in an instant. He made anyone feel welcome, hence why so many people consider him a friend, even if they weren't super close. Even people who had very few memories with Kyle can all say that every memory was impactful. Kyle was an exceptional leader and a team player. Not many people can say they're good at both, but Kyle knew the right moments of when he had to lead and when he had to step back, support, and facilitate. He was a role model to anyone who worked with him. Even though his time was cut short, he lived life to the fullest. Growing up, he was an honors and AP student, rose to the level of Eagle Scout, and took part in many productions such as Guys and Dolls, Little Mermaid, the 25th Annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, Rent, Les Mis, Little Shop of Horrors, and that's just a few to mention. He took part in the local coffeehouse performances in his hometown and performed with and inspired many. Kyle even started and directed Menergy, an all-male a cappella group back in high school. Then, by college, he was heavily involved on and off campus. Kyle took part in many industry ensembles, sang with the a cappella group The Other Guys, was an active member of the Rose record label, and was a co-creator of Sleepover Sessions. He was also a member of bands such as Pacer Test and Waitress, and collaborated with countless other artists. It was hard to go through an amplified convo without seeing Kyle perform at least once. As Aiden Sloppy put it once, I'm sure my musician friends can attest, there's a certain type of love you have for the people you play music with. Bands create lifelong friendships centered around artistic expression, collaboration, and good times. Kyle was a powerhouse on and off stage. From his impeccable vocals, charismatic stage persona, incredible ear for writing and mixing, to his dad jokes, terrible puns, countless pop culture references, and his fandom for Dunkin' Donuts, Kyle was a blessing to everyone he knew. He may not have always taken himself too seriously, but he took what he did very seriously, along with how he cared and interacted with others. He is an inspiration to anyone pursuing their dreams, but most importantly, an incredible example of how to love your family, your friends, and what you choose to do with your life. I know Kyle's legacy will live on in every note of every colleague and in every smile from every person that he had touched. The last song that we will be showing you guys today is a song that many of us will forever remember Kyle by. I'm sorry, Coldplay, but this is Kyle's song now. Kyle recorded this song as a present to his dad not long before the accident. I think we can all say that this song has become a gift to us all now as a way to still feel that we're connected with Kyle. Many Kyle's friends and family are working hard to finish and release many of the projects Kyle was working on, so we have much to look forward to in the future. I know that warms my heart a little bit just knowing that. In the meantime, this is Yellow by Coldplay, performed by Kyle Robinson, accompanied by a montage of memories. Kyle was a reason that St. Rose rocked.
and everything you do. Yeah, they were all yellow. I came along, I wrote a song for you. Oh, and all the things you do. And it was called your love. So then I took my turn. Oh, what a thing to have done. And it was all your love. Your skin, oh yes, your skin and bones turns into something beautiful. You know I love you so. You know I love you so. I swam across, I jumped across for you. Oh, what a thing to do. Yeah, 'cause you were all yellow. I drew a line, I drew a line for you. Oh, and all those things you do, yeah, and they were all yellow. And your skin, oh yes, your skin and bones turns into something beautiful. And you know, for you I bleed myself dry. For you I bleed myself dry. Look how they shine for you. 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 Look how they shine for. Look at the stars. Look how they shine for you. And everything